Right, so you join me as I drain the cooling system on the Jeep, because I want to install the new thermostat housing and thermostat and the new fan, and I want to see if I can move the radiator forward slightly, but there's a problem here. I might have to, it's cracked here, I might have to take it out completely. Might need to think about a new radiator. It looks like an older crack, but it looks like it's now continuing to run down. Oh, anyway, since I discovered a leak in the bottom the radiator tube, radiator hose, I had to drain it anyway, so I might as well do all of this stuff now. Not as empty as I thought. Those out of reach bolts. I think I used the vice grip last time to hold onto the one side. Making progress. But why is the bolt with the worst thread always the most difficult to reach? I think this is going to turn into a slightly longer repair session, because with the radiator out I have nice and easy access to the wiring up front, and I can see now that the wiring loom has been moved out of its normal position, and I might look into that. I might either reroute it, or I still have to figure out why the one headlight is going on bright while the other one is dimming. So I have a new fan, and the question now is to fit the fan, to replace the old one, but to make sure that we still have the clearing from the radiator, because this one needs to go on with a spacer. The old fan sits the wrong way around, I don't know why. Might have something to do with the spacing. So this sits on there, that spacer. We'll look into that. So this fan blade was mounted the wrong way around, and I've asked the previous owner and it was that way when he got it. Now it was still sucking air through, but the curve on the blade was the wrong way around, and I couldn't figure out why. But now this is the fan going in, and it's going in that way. This one was in that way. I don't know. I don't understand the reason for the curve being like that. So what I want to do now, before I do anything else, is I just want to mount this quickly, put the radiator back in its place and see what the clearance is like. Right, got a spacer in. I have to see if it clears. Yep. That will keep it centered. Right, so that's the fan in. Not in, just testing in. I want to test the radiator. I need to get this light changed slightly. It has always been interfering, and it's one of the reasons I got the LED light, so I can get the clearance. This one is flat at the back, so that's fine. But anyway, the new LED inside is sealed, so if I cut that, it won't be a problem. So that clearance is a bit tight. But the idea was to move the radiator forward slightly anyway. And if I do this, I have to take a picture and ask some more experienced people about this. So there's a lot of space in front, so I can move the radiator forward to make clearance for that. Right, so that's the new fan in its place. I'm going to look at moving the radiator forward slightly. I have to look at these wires. I think you see there's a wire bracket down there which is loose, but the wires are looped in a way that it's not reaching down there, so I might really look into that wiring while we have it apart. Maybe I should remove the grill, it would be easier to work on it. Anyways, I'm not going to do this in one video. While it's open, I want to look at some minor stuff like this power steering fluid leak, see if I can maybe pinpoint it better. And even though it hasn't really been leaking in the last while. Anyways, he really wants to go for a ride, but that's not going to happen now. We'll have to see you on the next one. Cheers.